It's still very hazy. Jared's going to go over the impacts of Sky Harbor here in a second, but the visibility is extremely low because we've had wind gusts. Look at this. 52-mile-an-hour peak wind gusts out in Buckeye, 45 in Casa Grande, 46 in Chandler. At one point at Chandler Airport, visibility was down to less than 3 miles, 39-mile-an-hour wind gusts at Phoenix Sky Harbor. And yeah, the visibility is down to 8 right now in Chandler as well as Sky Harbor, down to 5 at Luke Air Force Base, and really low. This is down near less than a mile out there near Tonopah, Palo Verde. They're under a dust storm advisory. A collision of outflow boundaries from the north really fired up some very moist, unstable air out near the Estrellas, and that's where most of the activity has been, out in the southwest corner of the valley. There is a flood advisory in Queen Creek where they had almost a ½ inch of rain in a very short period of time, but it is serious in the Buckeye area. South of the city center, they're having flash flooding in and around a lot of those arroyos, natural washes. You want to stay away from low-lying crossings out there. That's all the way until 11:15. You see that area in pink. That was that dust storm advisory that I just showed you. Flash flood warning still continues until 9:45 for Black Canyon City. Here is the latest radar. So it is now in the city center, up and down I-17, up and down the 51. Heaviest amounts still out in the northwest part of the valley. And yes, there is lightning out there as well. Now raining in the center part of the city. Sporadic rainfall amounts at this point, but we'll continue these storms overnight through the early morning hours with blowing dust still likely in some areas. Valley rainfall amounts, especially in the center part of the city, anywhere from a trace to 3/10 of an inch. More out there in the corners of the valley, southwest and southeast. And there's still a possibility of isolated severe storms. I'll have a couple of rainfall totals for you. I'm going to go run and update them right now. And wait until you see how much the temperature has dropped from today's high of 109. Details straight ahead. All hour long coverage of our first alert, first storms of monsoon 2025.
We've been waiting for it, Scene. Thanks so much. As you mentioned, the rain hit statewide kind of all through the day today, finally moved into the valley after sunset.
Our breaking news reporter Stephanie Dupre live in Storm Commander following tonight's weather in the Southeast Valley. What are you seeing now, Stephanie?
Well, you guys, we are headed south on the 202 right now, headed towards Ahwatukee. And at this point in the night, the rain, it's only sprinkling. It's very light. Traffic is also very light. The wind has died down significantly, but the lightning has been really cool to watch as it lights up the sky. Let me show you what the roads look like at the moment. So this is what we're seeing. As I mentioned, we have to have the windshield wipers on, just enough for that, but really light, you know, compared to what we've been seeing all day. I mean, check this out. Take a look at some video that our storm commander has been capturing all day. This is some video from Queen Creek. Rain was coming down really hard at one point and the winds were whipping. It was moving the car a little bit. Now, as I mentioned, we've been out all day, and earlier in the day we were in the Sun Lakes area, and this is kind of where I was geeking out a little bit. Over the course of the day, we were really able to watch and get to a good spot where we could see this storm start to unfold. It was starting to, you know, the clouds started to darken a little bit, and then we started moving, and then all of a sudden, you know, we saw dust in the air, and then the darker clouds, and then the rain and the wind. So watching all of these elements working at the same time, hour by hour, was really cool to watch. And thanks to the viewers. You know, you guys have been sending us stuff from across the valley all day long. Rain, flooding, high winds, dust, and to be honest with you, it is really wild to watch the way that Mother Nature works from different parts of the valley. Now, when weather hits like this, you know, you need to be prepared. You want to be careful. And I'm not trying to push it on you, but it's really important to have something on your phone to make sure that you know what's happening in your area. And that's what helped us today. I was able to track our weather from our First Alert app. You know, I was able to get into the radar section and we could tell exactly what was happening where we were. So that was also a good factor to have from a safety standpoint. So we're going to stay on the road for the rest of the evening to kind of see what plays out in this area. Obviously, we're going to track with Scene and our weather team, but we'll have more for you in Storm Commander when we have it. Live from Storm Commander tonight, I'm Stephanie Dupre for AZ Family.
Stephanie, thanks so much for that update on the roads tonight. Well, the high winds and poor visibility led to 2 ground stops at Sky Harbor this evening. In the 6 o'clock hour, flights were held for poor visibility. And then tonight, the storms led to another ground stop for incoming flights. Incoming flights from all over the Southwest were held at their airports, not even allowed to take off for Phoenix until the threat of storms passed. That has improved by now, but look at the residual effect. Here's a look at the FlightAware Misery map. If I click on the Phoenix button there, between the next 2 hours or so and the prior 2 hours, that 4-hour block, we have nearly 70 flight delays in and out of Phoenix. So a lot of those late night flights off to the East Coast, those are going to be delayed tonight. We've got all those red-eye flights to the East Coast. Check your flight status. Those are likely going to be delayed. And look at this chart here, the bottom 2 numbers, the 9 o'clock hour. It looks like incoming flights are landing 66 minutes late, so more than an hour late for arriving flights. That should improve by the 10 o'clock hour, but still, those incoming flights won't even be landing at Sky Harbor Airport. They'll be about 40 minutes late, so expect the domino effect to continue through the evening tonight, Nicole, at Sky Harbor, the impact of the storms that have been moving through for the past couple hours.
Okay, thank you.